tough week against the Ravens. Pretty surprising weekend. Browns not having Deshaun Watson playing. DTR, great preseason, not a great first game. Memories of Ty Detmer in that game against the Ravens. It was tough. But I think the surprising thing going into the bye week, a time of rest for the Browns, is where do they go from here? Is Deshaun going to play? Kevin Stefanski gave a press conference and answered some of those questions that we'll go to here.
I know Deshaun, obviously, we talked with the doctors. We feel good about it. He's going to use this week to rest and continue to get treatment. But yeah, I feel like medically we're all on the same page.
So Drew, Eric, Stefanski was aligned. There was a conversation with Andrew Berry, Deshaun Watson. Stefanski before the game, Deshaun felt like he didn't have what it takes to play against the Ravens. But I don't know, Eric, let's go to you first here. What do you think? Was this, football's version of load management with your star quarterback who's making $250 million?
I guess you could perceive it as such. I mean, there was on Stefanski's press conference today, he said he was medically cleared to play on Sunday, but it was the quarterback's option not to play. I'm getting some Bosa brother vibes off of that. So, I mean, people could take this as internal discord. Watson put himself above the team. So, or load management, I guess, for that matter. But the fact of the matter is he wasn't able to throw the ball without pain. At least he was not showing those signs. Friday's practice, he had to talk to the trainer. He was talking to the trainer on Sunday. I think he was even talking to the trainer as far back as Wednesday. So the earliest as possible for this game week, he was not feeling comfortable. So I get it. I guess in hindsight, it's just a shame that the coaching staff didn't really adjust on the fly and kind of threw DTR under the bus. But that's another story for another question, I guess. But I wouldn't see it as load management. He's in pain right now. I'm glad that Stefanski had said it's not structurally anything that they're concerned about. So I would hope that they take the week off and he's good to go against the Niners next week. But and he's at a deemed normal status. What they don't want is a Joe Burrow situation, which again a calf's much different than a shoulder, but something where he's playing through that pain, pushing through it, and not playing well, and the injury keeps getting worse and worse. Something they want to avoid. And I'm no expert by any means in the medical community, but if it is something like that, you might as well keep them out. But it's gonna be a tough game regardless next week. But
I hated that press conference from Stefanski. I hated that. Right, like what good comes of saying to the entire world, well, Deshaun was medically cleared to play and he chose not to. I understand that's not a verbatim quote, but that is there's a much better way of saying that. Let me help you, Kevin. I'm sure a fan of the program listening to this. We chatted with the doctors. Things looked okay medically. There were some potential issues there. And talking with Deshaun, nobody knows his body better than him. He knew, based on some of those conversations with his doctors, that he was not going to be able to drive the ball down the field and didn't feel like he would give us the best chance to win. So we made that decision together. I don't care if that's not exactly the way it happened. Lie to me. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. There is nothing good that comes of telling the world our star quarterback, who we pay $250 million, was cleared to play and he chose not to. That is an atrociously bad way to handle that. That is only outdone by your atrociously terrible game plan to have your 5th round rookie drop back and throw it down the field 7 of the first 10 times against a Baltimore Ravens defense that is going to try to disguise and come after him. This is the worst I think Stefanski has ever been.
I will say, though, it came up in the press conference as well as our buddy Baker here. Baker had this same situation. I know the Browns aren't going to say that they've learned from that situation. Baker played hurt and he played poorly for the rest of the season. Is this really learning from the past experiences? I don't know. Baker is also playing well, which is a bummer for us to see that we're still trying
to put he's balling out. There's no reason we have to root against that man. All he did was ever want to be here more than anything else. There's like, you can call me a Baker bro all you want to. I'm not going to sit here and pine for him to return, but you got another thing coming if you think I'm going to root for that guy to fail. I have nothing but love in my heart for that man, and I'm happy to see him succeed.
So what did the Browns, they have the week off. I think leading into this, before I knew much about the injury, I was thinking maybe we should sit Deshaun for this 49ers game. 49ers really strong defense, but this game is in Cleveland. Eric, who do you know, PJ Walker's also on the bench. Who do you think the Browns go to?
I mean, if Watson's healthy, you got to put him out there. He's your starting quarterback. You paid him. You want him to win games. It's not going to be an easy game by any means. I to be honest, I don't think I'll be picking the Browns next week, regardless who's behind center. But yeah, I mean, DTR, I would like for him to get mop-up duty at this point, not starting. Again, to Drew's point, we don't want a fifth-round rookie. It's one thing if it's a top-5 pick going against the Ravens defense. It's another, it's a fifth-round rookie. Yeah, so I'd like to see Watson in this game, but if he's not good to go, I guess if you want to have a veteran presence, you could have PJ Walker. I mean, I would hope he's at least at the level of Josh Dobbs, who they traded away in the offseason. It's just really kind of comes down to the game plan. What can we do to actually move the ball? And boy, the Niners have a lot of options to throw at the Browns offense, but we can discuss that next week. Yeah, I mean, right now it's I would probably put DTR third after PJ Walker, but it's got to be Watson under center if he's good to go.
Lots of injuries so far. PJ Walker, former XFL player. So here's hoping that the Browns are able to rest and recover, and we'll get back to you in a week. Hopefully Deshaun is ready to play, and there's no doubt going into this home game that's probably very important for the Browns to win.